Hey guys, welcome to JXG Coaching, where I teach you about rental investing as a beginner. And today we're going to talk about rental investing. Are you doing it safe or scared? Yes, are you doing it safe or scared when it comes to rental investing? And what I mean by that is, are you doing it in a way of you want to be safe and secure, or are you doing it in a way of being scared and risky? So let's just begin with this. It's always been taught to us growing up that we need to be safe. We need to make sure we are following the steps of success. Society teaches us we're supposed to go to school. Well, we're made to go to school for one. We're going through kindergarten, we're going through elementary school. And when we hit middle school, that's when we learn about, colleges just a little bit and careers just barely. But then when we get to high school, a lot of that has been honed in on you have to get good grades, which I'm not saying you shouldn't. I think you should. It's a great way to continue to be responsible. Being responsible is important. So make good grades, 100%. But what I'm saying is, in this stage of life, what is that, 16 through 18 or 15 through 18 or 19, we are really drilled in on the societal, okay, what's the next step? You got to go to school, right? That's about 90-95% what everybody hears. I've heard it. My brother's heard it. I've got friends who've heard it and been through it, and random people, even those that I just barely know or just meet. That's just the ladder of success that we were taught. But how many of us know that that's not going to work in this day and age? It just doesn't work. Yes, back then with our parents and our parents' parents, when they were going to school, yeah, that was great safety. That was great security. But in this day and age, it's not the same. So you also have to think about that as far as rental investing. So let's think about it this way, guys, right? So I've got this little bubble right here. We're going to call this, let's put it in green. No, let's put it in red. No, we'll put it in green. I'm going to say, security, right? That's this bubble. This bubble is called security. Yes, it's the same thing that I just talked about. Going to school. What are you going to do after school? Oh, I think I'm going to go to this college and do this. I'm not sure. Or after high school, I'm going to go in this field or, take up this or take up that. Really just not thinking for yourself and sticking with this society of security. And the reason why I put security is because in this day and age now, and this has happened, and I'm not dogging on this person, but I've seen it and I've heard it before. This coworker friend of mine, right? He actually was going to retire, and he was ready, and he was getting ready to retire. I was excited for him, and for some reason, like, he didn't. And come to find out that he was actually, what is it, like maybe a month or two into retiring, and then his wife got laid off, right? And so his wife got laid off, and he wasn't able to retire. Granted, he's coming soon to retire, which is amazing. This is a previous coworker, by the way. So he was going to retire, but he couldn't retire because his wife was unable to, sustain her job. But the reason why is because someone came in and they fired a bunch of people. Yes, and that happens to jobs everywhere. We hear about it all the time. So how secure is this really? And I'm not sure if you guys have ever had this person before, and I have not. I've not seen this person yet, and that would really suck. But someone who's working 40 or almost 40 years, maybe 30 years, to get into that age, and then they get fired. Is that really security, guys? Is that security? Is that safety really? And here's another thing about what society's like. We go throughout high school, we go to college. What I think the average debt is about 50. I'm gonna say 40. I'm gonna be generous. It's 40K in student loan debt. And I think only 70% or 60% actually graduate. Okay, that's not bad, but I think only about, I don't remember the exact numbers, but I don't even think even half of them even use their diploma at all. Is that really security, or is that being financially stuck? So in a sense where being secure seems safe and all green, it's really not. And when you think about rental investing, guys, when you think about rental investing, somebody's like, no, don't do it because you might have a bad tenant, they might not pay, or what if the housing crisis, or what if you lose your job, or what if this and that? Guys, these people who are living in security, they are what I call surviving. They are surviving. These people who are giving you wisdom, yes, they might mean the best, and that's okay, but you also need to understand that if they're just surviving, doing the same thing over and over, not investing in a real estate property that you want to, and they're just doing the same loop, they're surviving, they're not thriving. So people on this end who are thriving, who are thriving, these people decided, I'm going to go the, quote, risky, quote unquote. I say quote unquote because it's important to know this. I'm going to go the risky route to thrive. This is why. People who play it safe because they are scared. People who do it people who do it safe because they're scared. They want security. But people who do it scared understand that there is actual safety. When you're doing this risky thing, like rental investing, you're doing something in a scared manner. You're doing it, but you're going forward. You're not trying to be, the safe way of being like, no, let me just, stick the same route that everybody else goes to. No, you want to do something different. You want to do something risky, because in the outside of the security realm, in this side, outside of the security realm, there's thriving. Yes, it looks risky, but the thing is, would you rather go 40 years to make $1 million, which is not that much, there it is. Would you rather go 40 years making $1 million, or take a risk, right? Would you rather take a risk and in 10 years, right? Let's just put 10 years, make $1 million. Which one would you rather have, guys? Guys, in my opinion, and from what I see and from what most successful people would say, is take a risk, because taking a risk does not mean that you'll fail. It does mean that you'll have losing. But as long as you learn from your losses, you never lose. Like, all it is learning. You go up, you get stopped back, but you keep going up. That's the good thing about taking risk, is that you're getting closer to thriving. And thriving is true in the midst of in the midst of risk is thriving. You know what thriving actually is? Safety. You see it all the time when people take a risk. You know about all these rich people who take a risk on their business, and though it was very hard, they end up to thrive. And now they don't even need to worry about money. They're in this branch of safety generated by their own income. That's the same thing with rental investing, guys. My wife and I, we did it scared. We both coming fresh out of high school, no college degree, just working. We did it scared. And you know what that led to us? Like, we're able to actually do things that we didn't think were possible. I'm able to actually expand in ways that I didn't know I can expand in. Create a business, expand, actually enjoy the fruits of our labor. And I just want to encourage you guys that you need to step out of this realm of security and understand that in rental investing, are you really doing it safe because you're scared? Or are you doing it scared because you know there is safety in doing it scared? There's safety in going into risk. There's safety in going forward. You don't need to procrastinate or say, maybe I need to wait. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should learn a little bit more. No, do it scared, because when you do it scared, you're gonna be on this rapid like learning, growing, and expanding. And when you're in that realm, you're getting close to thriving. So don't think that because you're doing it safe that you're doing it the right way. You could be just prolonging your destination. So guys, get investing, do it scared, start thriving.